Today in this tutorial, we are going to learn few more options about how to use interfaces or how to create interfaces in databases and how to use macro and command buttons in Access. To start with this exercise, you all need to go to week 9 to lecture materials and copy this Access file db-tut3 into a computer and save it somewhere. Then we can start the exercise number 1. And there are 2 access files in the folder. If you go and check, one is the tutorial 3 access file and other one is tutorial 3 solution access file. Now so these are the 2 files. This is the tutorial file. This is the file we are doing these exercises on, and the next file is this one. So this is what we are trying to do today, right? We are trying to we're gonna make the main menu. So this is what we call an interface, and then we will be using macro buttons to create these navigation options, right? For example, if you click on this, these are data forms. This one, you can see it will open up this data form, and we have this command button or macro button using which we can close this form. Likewise, we can run queries using these buttons. So we will be learning how to create this main menu and how to use these button options in Access, right? So let's go to our tutorial file db-tut3 access file, and we can start from the exercise number 1. In this exercise, what we are trying to do is we are going to create an exit button in the data form comp and details data form to close it, right? So we have a list of hints here, so you can carefully read these hints, and if you work through these steps, you can easily understand how this is done. And if you have any problem, you can come back to this video and you can follow what I've done in this exercise. Okay, right, I'm going to do the exercise number 1. So we have to open comp and details data form first, and then we have to change the view. So come to views. Under this views group, we want to change the view to design view, and I'm going to make a button at the bottom area. So if you feel the bottom space is not enough, you can drag down this form footer to make more room for you to create a button at the bottom. Then we have to go to the controls group, and there are a few buttons. All these buttons have different options. So this is the button icon. Now select this one, then you can bring your mouse and you can see your mouse icon turned into a different icon. So simply drag and create a rectangle, and when you release the mouse, it will automatically bring up this wizard window. Now in this wizard, what we are trying to do is we are going to make a close button to exit from this form. So we have to first select the categories. Since we are working with form operations, select form operations, and what is the action we are trying to achieve? We want to close this form. So it's close the form, And you can either select a picture for this command, or you can either write text. So this is the sample form, and here this is the sample button. So select text, then click next, and uh, you don't need to really bother about this at the moment, but you can remember you always give some meaningful names for each command, so that in case we want to troubleshoot, we can easily understand what particular command has an issue. So, but for the moment, don't worry. You keep it as it is. Now, this is what we would see on the button once this is done. Click finish. See, if you want to format this button, you can do it. I hope you can remember formatting is this how we do formatting. Now, if this is done, come to design and change the view to form view. Now you can see we have this form view, and this is going to be a macro button. Now, when you click on this close form, so I didn't save this. That's why it asks. Just save, and whenever you open this form next time, you can easily close it using that button. Sorry. Since we have done the part one, exercise number one, we can move to exercise number two. And in this exercise number two, what we are trying to do is we are trying to create a number of buttons using macros. We have create on a new form called main menu, so that you can easily open queries, forms, and reports. Also create an exit button to quit database file. Right now, what we're trying to do is we are trying to create a main menu, right? And we are trying to make some command buttons, macro buttons, to open forms, run queries, and open reports. So this is going to be like this. So if you can open the solution file, so this is what we are trying to do now. So this is a form. This form is called main menu. In this main menu, we have few macro buttons under different categories. You can see the one category is data forms, queries, and reports. Now, for example, if I click on this open content details data form, see, it will take us to this data form, and then we have this close button. Likewise, if you click on the second button, it will open up this trades data form, and we have close button. And if you click this button on the queries, it will run that particular query. So we won't close this query. We can simply close it like this. And what about the reports? If you click on this preview construction companies report, it will open the report. So this is what we are trying to do. To do this, we have first create a form and name that form as main menu. And we have to use few options here to create these labels, as well as these can you see there's a frame, and within this frame we have three forms. So let's try to create a main menu for our database that is similar to this one. All right, so let's go back to our Access file, and we have this list of hints again. Let's follow these steps. Step number one, select create menu. Right? Create menu and click on form design wizard. So we have blank form here. and we have then, so now we are in design view. So double check if you are in design view. Using the label icon from the controls group, create two labels. Now, if you hover your cursor, you can see what are these boxes or buttons. So this is the label button, right? So we have to create two labels. The first one is for ABC Content Limited. I have copied and pasted the company name, and I will make another label that's for main menu. You can write it. You can write the name in the label using the keyboard. So I did that, and then we can do some formatting. ABC, I think I want to, yes, font size. And what about the, I want to make it bold. Maybe I want to have a background color. I want to make the center alignment. Then main menu label, again I want to use center alignment. I think this label is too big for this main menu for the moment. I change it to size 12, and maybe this one, like this. Keep it under the company name like this. Okay. Then, so we have already done these two labels, and now we have to create buttons for queries from miscellaneous category and forms from form operations category and reports from report operations category, right? So now, what is the next thing? Next thing, we are going to create the command buttons. So we have three different object types. One is forms, other one is queries, and other one is reports. So let's complete these four forms first. Right? So it's a form operation. We want to open a form and go next. So what is the form that we want to open? Content details data form. Open the form and find specific data. Open the form and show all the reports. So I prefer for this one for the moment. You can write open content details data. That's what I want to have on this this button. So this is command 2. You can give a different name for this one to make it more but it's okay. Just for the moment, accept it as command 2. But if we think in when you create these forms and buttons in for real jobs, it's always good to keep a record or to give appropriate names for these command buttons for the same reason that I've just mentioned earlier, right? But for the moment, I'll be keeping it as command 2. But in case if I will be facing any sort of an issue later, it will be quite difficult for me to understand what is this command 2. But it's okay for the moment. Accept it as finished, and we have done it for one button. And I want to create how many more buttons? 2 buttons for prices data form and trades data form. Let's quickly do that. Form operations, open form. Price data form. Next, open price data form. That's command 3. That's fine. And I want to change the size to match with the other button, and yeah, that's fine. Third button, form, open form. This is trade start form. And next is I want to create buttons for queries. So queries are coming under miscellaneous. This is to run query. And we can run this one first. I'll put the listing of companies. Give it a proper name. Run listing of companies. Let it be command 5. And a few more queries. Miscellaneous query. Next. Builders companies. Yep. And so I have 2 buttons for 2 queries. So let's do one for the reports. I mean, you can add more queries, more buttons for queries, but I don't bother to add more buttons for queries at the moment. But I'm doing one button for one of the reports. And from this one, so it's report operations. We want to preview report. Let's see, builders companies list. Preview builders companies list. I can add one more report to this menu. Report operations, preview report. Next, builders companies report. Okay, same thing, don't worry. So I'll delete this one. One is enough. Now, if you look at the solution form, so you can see so these individual forms, these form buttons and peer buttons and the review report button, they all are categorized or grouped in to a specific category. For example, under data forms, there are 3 forms, form buttons. Under run query, there are 3 buttons for queries. Likewise, so we can use one of the other options to do this grouping. Let me show you that. So here we have this option group button. Now let's see what happens. We use this option group button. Just simply cancel it, and here you can write data forms. And you can arrange these data forms buttons within this frame. So we are going to and we can create another frame for queries as well. Cancel it, and within this label we shall write run queries. Run queries, and we can bring these two. Holding Control P, we can select multiple buttons together and place them nicely within this frame. And if you want to work on the sizes of these buttons, then you can do that. So now I've done this, and I have this report button left. I want to add another frame for that one. We are not going to use this option group design. Cancel, and let's change this label to preview reports. And move this one in. And this is the frame, you can change the frame. And we can change this formatting of these labels. Let's go with I will change font color. So there are so many different options that you can choose from this list. So I'll leave it up to you. You can change these formatting as you wish. I want to change this one red, and maybe this color. And for this one, I want to add some background color. This again, I want to send that back. So now we have done creating these buttons. Now what we have to do is we have to go to design and we can change the view. So we have a nice main menu. Now I'm sure all these buttons must be working properly, but the thing is when we open it, we haven't created close button for each and every object in the list. For example, if we take this one, we have this close form because we already created that close button for that particular form. But if you open this price data, we don't have a close button. So you can understand how you need to create a form button for this form. We can do that here. We simply change to the design view and we can create a close button like this. Likewise, you can make close buttons for all the forms. And so this is the second exercise. In this exercise, we learn how to create a main menu and how to use a label as well as command buttons and how to group them in a frame and how to create different command buttons for forms, queries, and reports. So that's the second exercise. Now we have created this main menu. Now let's look at the hint number 5. We have to create another command button to close this app once we are done with this main menu. Now how to create this close database button. So this is kind of a button that it will fit the application. It will fit us from the application. So again, click on this data command button and drag and draw this rectangle. And the category is in this case the application. So you can see this action is fit application. Click next and write fit database. And next, now here, so it will close the database. Go to this. You can check it by clicking this button. So it will close this application, close the access database. Now you can try it now, but I think I won't go to the next exercise. Exercise number 3. Now, since we have this main menu created in our access file, so whenever we will open an access file, we want this main menu to come as the first screen on our screen. So how to do that? Because otherwise, so far what we have been doing is we always click on these forms to open these individual forms on our screen. But since we have this main menu, we want this main menu to come as the first window whenever we open Access on our computer. Now, let's see how we can do that. Here we have hints. We have to go to File menu. Click on Options button. In this Options button, we have to type ABC Construction Database System. So we are going to give. Please make sure you have selected current database from these options. Right. Then application icon, don't worry about it. So we can now set the form to be displayed once this access file is open. Let's set our main menu as that file, that form, and click OK. So you must close and reopen the current database, the specified option to take right. Now, now we can use this quit database button to quit from this application. Now, when you click this button, so now it closes the database. Now again, I'm going to open up my database on my screen. Now you can see it automatically opens up the main menu. Right?